Assalamu alaikum guys, welcome to the Real Kitchen, home to delicious food made simple. In today's recipe I'm going to show you guys how to make this delicious chicken soup. This soup is very hearty, super delicious and very easy to make. It only needs a couple of vegetables, some chicken, little bit of seasoning and your soup is done. You can serve this soup with any bread of your choice, but it also tastes delicious on its own. Let's start chopping our vegetables. You can use any vegetables of your choice. The only key is to make sure that you cut them all around the same size just to allow them to cook around the same time. And I'm using cherry tomatoes, some garlic, little bit of coriander. Let's start heating our oil. Add a little bit of oil in the pan. And then we're going to go in with our onions. You want to go ahead and saute the onions for about 2 to 3 minutes. This is just to infuse some flavor. And then once the onions are starting to get brown, we're going to add in our cherry tomatoes. You can use any tomatoes of your choice. And then we're going to go and add in all the vegetables around the same time. So make sure, that's why we always say chop them around the same size. This will allow them all to cook in. I've added some lemon slices. This is for flavor, and also go ahead and add in some grated garlic, some fresh coriander. If you don't have fresh, you can use ground coriander, which we will also be using. We're going to add in our chicken. It's a skinless baby chicken, and this is great for when you have cold. So whenever my kids are sick, this is the first chicken soup that they will have, and it really works. So if you have fresh ginger as well, you can add that at this stage. If not, we're going to add in some dry ginger at the end. Let's go ahead and add in our vegetable seasoning, little bit of turmeric, some ground coriander. You can see we need a lot of seasoning to give this flavor, some cumin powder, paprika. And then once you add everything, you want to go and mix everything well. Make sure to boil some water in the kettle. We need some hot water for this recipe. And next we're going to add in some black pepper, little bit of ground ginger. You can add fresh if you have. Don't forget to add some salt. Make sure you taste as we've added vegetable seasoning. And then let's mix everything together. And whilst I'm mixing, I'm actually cooking this on high heat. And this is just to allow to give the vegetables a little bit of cooking and before we add the hot water. And the reason I've added the lemon is just to give everything a good flavor, some citrusy, as that is really nice and healthy as well. And then now we're going to add in our hot water. I've added about 1 liter of hot water, but you want to add about 600 mils of hot water at the first stage. And as it boils, the water or the soup will reduce. You want to add in a little bit of more. You can taste the soup once you've added the water just to make sure it has nice flavor and like the salt is enough. If you don't feel it's not enough, you can add a little bit of salt, little bit of a vegetable seasoning. This soup is all about adjusting how you want. And then we're going to cover and cook for about 30 minutes. Once it's cooked for 30 minutes, you want to add a little bit of more water, hot water. And then we're going to further cook for about 10 minutes. And you want to reduce the heat for the last 10 minutes. So in total, this soup will cook about 50 minutes to an hour. But make sure you check, you taste. It should not take a lot of time, but more than maximum an hour before that, just to allow really the flavors to infuse really well. And I hope you guys are enjoying. You will also find the full recipe in the description box below. As you can see, the potatoes have cooked, the carrot have cooked, and the chicken is falling off the bone, and it's got beautiful broth. I hope you guys have enjoyed this recipe. If you have, don't forget to press the like button. If you have any question, do let me know in the comments. And until next time, assalamu alaikum.